Hello and welcome to Improv Sucks. I'm your host, Nelson Velasquez. Got my man, Blad Moreno, right here next to me.
Hola.
We are on our way to Grand Rapids, Michigan for the first time since the Grand Rapids Improv Festival.
Yeah,
Last year, where Improñol killed it.
Yeah.
We were with Date Night with our good friend Mike Nichols.
They did a good job.
Yeah. So we're on our way. What's the best thing about going to Grand Rapids and playing in Grand Rapids?
Is that a question for me?
That's a question for you.
Wow. Well, the audience is really good. And we are going to a new theater.
Yeah, we are.
So
that's
very exciting.
Yeah, we were at Story Dog. I don't remember the name exactly, but we were there before, and now we're going to be playing in the new theater called The Comedy Project, which has remnants of the old Griff continuum, and now they're all together and they've got their own theater now, so we're kind of excited to be playing in the new theater, in the new space. We will put our smell all over it. So Blad, why don't you tell the people how you got started in improv?
Wow.
We need the original origin story.
Okay, that's easy. I was taking theater classes. I was starting to take these theater classes in different theaters in Caracas. And I was taking this physical theater program in Parque Central, which are like the tallest buildings in Caracas, and it was in the basement. They have two theaters there, three theaters, and I was doing this program in this theater there, and in the theater next door. Every single time that I was going to take my classes, there was a lot of people coming into a show. And it was an improv match, like comedy sports.
So two improv teams, competing
and like votes. The people
vote.
Yeah.
And
so,
do they win anything at the end?
No, it's just a show. It was a tournament. It's like a tournament.
Are you telling me that improv does not pay? Is that what you're telling me?
I was seeing these long lines of people waiting to get in, and some people just couldn't get in because it was just too many people. So I was like, what is this? I didn't know. I really didn't know. So I asked, and then a guy at the door told me, no, this is an improv show. And it's this and that, and the people go, and everything is improvised. I was like, okay, I want to try it out. They told me the next workshop is sold out, and we don't know where we are going to do another workshop because we have too many people in the cast, so we don't want to do these workshops for the sake to do workshops. So, well, they told me that, and what I did was the day that the workshop started, I went either way.
You crashed their workshop.
Yes.
Even though there was no room for you.
Yes. So I was there, and there was 20 more people like me waiting. To get into the workshop. So 17 people left, and 3 of us stayed, just waiting for.
You waited 20 people ahead of you, or 17 people ahead of you, and you were one of 3 people who got into a 43-person workshop.
Yes. So I got in, and it was my first improv experience. It was really bad. It was an awful workshop. They didn't know what improv was. They were just looking for natural talent. There were a lot of people, natural talent there, a lot of actors and circus performers, and they were natural.
So you were not a natural talent, is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think so. So I just did my best, and at the end, they choose out of these 43 people 7 people.
Okay, so you basically did a workshop audition.
Yes.
Right.
That was the
That was the audition.
Yeah.
You did an audition.
Uh-huh.
You were cast in a group of 7.
As an understudy.
As an understudy. So there were 5 major.
They added 7 people to the cast. They already had some people.
Okay.
I don't know, like 10 more, because it was a tournament. So they had 4 different teams to do the tournaments. So I was an understudy. They had all this cast, and that's how I started in Improv, and I started to do the show. And it was very traumatic, because it's the same. I was just trying to figure it out, how to do anything, and everybody was, because they like the people who were producing this and directing, they didn't know. They just knew the games, and some people were natural and like good at the games because they had these performance skills, but I wasn't still. I got improved a little bit, and I became and I took at Value became the producer, the executive producer of the job, because I was like, they're gonna kick me out because I'm not that good. So I became the executive producer, and then I stayed there, and I was doing shows with them and producing the shows, and then an opportunity to go to study improv in Bogota, Colombia came up. I found out about this program in a university there, so I went there because I really liked the thing, and it was an opportunity to study in a formal way.
So that goes to tell you guys, if you suck at improv, like many of us do, not saying anyone in this car specifically, but some of us in this car might suck at it. One of the best ways for you to get going in improv is to go ahead and just produce your own shows. I mean, it's never too soon to start to learn how a production works, how a show itself, how you put a show together, how you engage different venues, how you come up with contracts, how you take money at the door, all that information. As important as it is to have you up on stage, sometimes it's even more important to have you off stage and know that information. So be like Blad. Suck at improv and become an executive producer instead for a while. So let me tell you about my first improv experience, and it wasn't even my first improv experience, it was my first introduction to improv. So this is around, 1999, 2000. I just moved to Chicago from San Antonio, Texas. I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any family, I didn't know anybody in Chicago. I just got a new job straight out of college, and I was on the scene dating. I was trying to find women. It was great. So I remember asking these girls to go out with me, and I was like, cool, what's something cool that we can do as a date night? I'm like, comedy. Why don't we do a comedy? Let's go see some comedy. So I looked up, I didn't, not being from Chicago, I look up comedy club, and I was familiar with Zanies, and I was familiar with the Funny Bone back then. And then I saw this place called the Improv Olympic. The ticket was like $15, which I still think it's too expensive, let alone back in 2000. I was like not at all down with how expensive it was, but I figured $15, it's got to be a good show. So I would take these girls to the show, and we'd sit down, and I'd get, buy drinks, and we'd be ready for the show. And then we'd see 6 people come up on stage and do some stupid shit for like 5 minutes. They're like clucking like birds, they're jumping around, they're saying random words. And I literally look at my thing and go, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? So I sat there for another 45 minutes watching this team do stupid stuff, not understanding it, and going, I thought this was a comedy show. What is this? And I hated improv. I hated improv because of that. forever. It scarred me for life watching that. So if you ever get the long form book written by Mick Napier called Long Form, you should read it. And I think it's on page 9 or 10 of that. He describes exactly what I saw the first time I saw long form at IO. We've now parked in Grand Rapids and screwed up my car a little bit trying to get into a parking lot. So hope we get home. In the meantime, we're going to try to find where the comedy project's at. I think we found it.
The comedy project.
Yeah, I think we found it. El proyecto de comedia.